Yeah, sorry. I'll call you back, Peter, okay? Cheers, brother. Hello?
Hello.
Hello?
Hi, Mr. Dodd. I'm calling from Virgin Media. My name is Masambo. I'm calling from the complaints department here.
Your name is what?
Masambo.
Masambo, okay.
Yeah.
Where are you based?
I'm based in Manchester.
Okay, that's fine.
Right. I can hear some beeping now.
Yeah, you can.
Right, I'm just calling in relation to contact you with us regarding some premium telephone numbers on your bill.
Yes.
Right, okay. Just going to take you for security. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure.
Can you just confirm your password, please?
It's Shaw123.
Right. May I ask if this call is recorded?
Yes.
Okay. And just how do you pay the bills with us?
I normally pay by direct debit, but I've been forced to make a payment of, I think, £656
Okay.
to cover charges that were impossible to make on my account because I'm recently out of hospital.
Right.
I'm on benefits, and I use my phone, bizarrely enough, to keep in contact with people.
Right.
I also use my internet for emails. I contact people on Facebook. And this and that. I don't watch television very often, but occasionally it's there. I do have a large television projector on which I project my stuff, so, I like to have those facilities available. And, of course, it's high definition, so I wanted all those facilities.
Right, okay.
But if you look at my bill, you'll find, somebody's moved it. You see, that's the trouble. You haven't sent me a bill. But I can tell you that on the 10th of September, a call at 3:38 to an adult line lasted for 261 minutes and 40 seconds and achieved an enormous amount of £234.
Can I,
Then, and hang on, let me interrupt. Then at 4:05 on the 10th of September, which was, it's not very long after that, it's 33 minutes. So 33 minutes after the first call was placed, a simultaneous call was made, I believe, to the same number. I was in hospital at the time, so I did not make the calls myself, but a friend of mine does say that he did go on a line of an adult later for a few minutes, and he said he'd pay me for that, but when the call comes out to £444.60 for 2 calls, that's a bit excessive. And when I spoke to somebody at your department and pointed this out, they pointed it out to me, actually, because I couldn't point it out to them because I haven't, I'm trying to register for e-billing, and nobody's told me about that, but you haven't sent me a bill. And therefore, I've been forced to record all my calls to Virgin Media because it's the only record that I've got. I've asked several times, in fact 4 in total, to have an email of my bill sent to my email address with NTL World, which shows you how long I've been with Virgin and NTL before that. I've never defaulted on my bills. Therefore, I find it fairly outrageous that I've been forced to pay £656, and I believe that my account has probably been tapped or hacked into and that your services aren't secure. To make myself clear, I also know that Trevor Elliott is the managing director of Virgin Media Limited, and I have his address, and it's not Richard Branson. Right, okay. Can you see why my solicitor's interested?
Yeah, I mean, you finished it, but I'm calling, obviously. I've got a complaint here to give you a call, all right?
Yeah.
Now, obviously, being...
Is this a complaint about me or a complaint about you?
No, it's a complaint department.
It's
not a complaint about you.
No,
it's a complaint actually logged on your behalf to the person you spoke to on the 18th of September.
18th of September.
Yeah, I was logged on 18th of September.
And what was that? What's the nature of the complaint?
Well, the nature of the complaint is that you got some premium telephone numbers, okay? And some pay-per-view events. However, as you explained to me, that the events you were not around, but you do actually remember the person who purchased them.
Yeah.
It could have been the person who's actually stayed at your house when you're in hospital. Are you okay? Apart from that, you're in hospital. Are you okay now? Or?
I suffer from manic depression, and something like this could throw a sane person over the edge. You know, I've paid over £900 for 2 months' supply of what most people consider essential services these days.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll get to that. That's why I'm ringing today. We'll get to that. Obviously, having gone on your account today, I'm aware that obviously you spoke to somebody today as well. Having gone on your account today, I've seen the telephone numbers which are logged, the premium telephone numbers. They're not the long ones, but I came across the long ones which you just talked about. Okay, so we're talking about the long ones. The long ones, okay, but the
long
ones.
Come on. Let me hear the full explanation. I'd be very interested, because I'm very, as a technician and a filmmaker and an engineer and a designer of electronic equipment and somebody who's built his own computers. I'm very interested to know how 2 calls can be made simultaneously anywhere, except over the internet.
Okay.
I'm also interested in internet security, which is one of the things that and also interested in the policies that the government say, where they want all emails, all telephone calls, everything that we do recorded. So, I'm just interested in how that fits in.
Well, I think that's the government proposal. They want to do that. I myself, I'm not interested. Where somebody wants to know what I'm doing for private life, including my medical, everything to put, my medical records, everything bank dealers should be putting once. When they can't promise me that security is going to be number one thing, how are they gonna manage that? That's my concern as well.
Yeah, well, it's my concern as well. But